Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome to Ceritaku, and this is a channel that will discuss about Tan Sri Muhyiddin Yassin's premiership. During Tan Sri Muhyiddin's tenure as Prime Minister, our country has faced various issues and crises that have caused his administration to be seen as quite chaotic, especially when it involves the sentiments of the people. Thus, that's what we're discussing in this forum. The question arises, what are the challenges faced by Muhyiddin during his tenure as Prime Minister? Please, the panels to discuss it. Firstly, panel 1.
In my view, one of the challenges faced by Tan Sri Muhyiddin Yassin during his administration as the 8th Prime Minister of Malaysia was the spread of COVID-19. This COVID-19 has had a negative impact on the country, especially in terms of social and economic. Tan Sri Muhyiddin Yassin was appointed as Prime Minister when the country was in a state of instability. Therefore, he is in power and responsible for dealing with the problem that occur in the country. Various initiatives has been implemented by him to ensure the reduction of impact on the life of Malaysians. That's all from me.
Okay then, what about you, panel 2?
Thank you, moderator. In my opinion, with regard to the topic of challenge faced by Muhyiddin Yassin during his tenure as Prime Minister, I see political instability is the biggest challenge faced by him. This is because in the context of when minister as practiced by Malaysia, a Prime Minister needs a formidable and convincing number as a base to govern the country. As we can see that because of the political instability that occurred, it was difficult for Muhyiddin to implement all policy because he had to negotiate with many parties, including political opponents. The proof is that the policy on economic recovery and COVID-19 received great opposition from the MPs, so that it was very difficult to get approval in the parliament. Because of that, Muhyiddin was seen to have no support. So, I believe political instability is the biggest challenge facing by Muhyiddin Yassin.
I see, panel 2. Okay, lastly, from panel 3.
Thank you.
Thank you, moderator and fellow panelists. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good evening. As the third panel, I will answer the question asked just now. Based on the issue that Malaysia is facing various threats from the coronavirus outbreak COVID-19 to the trade war on the economy, its policy and reform to stimulate the economy and strengthen the country foundations. Worldwide stock markets were affected by the implications of COVID-19. This virus is seen as a major threat to the global economy. Therefore, protecting and putting the interests of the country first should be the priority of the government. Measures such as institutional reforms continue to be the main thrust, as such reforms are very universal and acceptable to all parties, which in turn will increase confidence in financial market as well as among business consumers. The announcement of RM20 billion economic stimulus package is a good start to address the impact of COVID-19, especially for industries directly affected by it. However, the main issue that is the biggest challenge for Muhyiddin is the status of workers who lost their jobs due to the current situations. This has caused the people to blame the Prime Minister for not being able to take care of the people. Therefore, this situation Therefore, this situation to some extent affect the reputation and support of the people towards him, while he was only a victim of these situations. For me, this is a misunderstanding that is very regrettable because he has done his best to help the people in fighting the economic war that occurred because of COVID-19. We can see at that time that the country economy is already showing sign of improvement. Our export increase, our import increase, and the number of employees will reach more than 100,000, more than the schedule of 120,000 people in Malaysia. I think that's all from me from my view about your question. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, panel 3. I must say, overall, it is clear that every panel had already stated that Muhyiddin has had challenges throughout his tenure as PM, but most people still feel that he has done his best to overcome it. Well, I would like to say thanks for your collaboration and view regarding this discussion. And see you in the next discussion. Bye.